How's everybody doing today? Just a quick DVD update. 3 pickups today. And on a side note, this happens to be used to be one of my favorite bands back in the day. Their name was Burning Airlines. Their album Identikit, pure genius. It's a shame that their name was Burning Airlines. After 9/11, most of their albums got pulled. I worked in a record store at the time, so that was basically the end of their career for a little bit. I don't know what they're up to now, but that album was fantastic. So is this, The Movie Life, one of my all-time favorite bands. Sad they broke up, but back on to business. 3 pickups. The first pickup is a classic movie, I think. The Little Girl Who Lives Down the Lane, Jodie Foster, Martin Sheen. Fantastic movie. I remember I was up really late one night and I saw it, and I was like, wow, this is really weird and creepy, and I was just drawn to it. And and then I had to watch it again, and I just loved it. Jodie Foster, I think she was actually 13 in the movie, and she plays a 13-year-old. Her father had passed away, and she ends up living in the house and pretending that the father's still alive, telling people that the father's still alive. And basically everybody she comes in contact with dies, essentially. Sadly. Her father, the landlady, is all nosy, investigates, and she dies. Her scene of her dying is kind of silly, almost, the way it hits down on her head. And then she falls for the magician, who's, I think he's crippled in it. And he ends up getting sick, and I think he passes away. But there's some really touching scenes in it, like the part where she says to the magician, don't ever leave. That was really, kind of heart-wrenching and sweet and sad. And Martin Sheen, he plays like a pedophile in the movie, and he's like in his 30s in the movie, I guess, and he's just trying to, get his grope on with young Jodie Foster, which is pretty gross, but she ends up poisoning him. Sorry, spoiler alert, my fault. But there's a couple scenes in here that are noteworthy. There's the scene where she's you just see like the side or the back of her. She's supposed to be I guess naked. You see like the side and the back of her, but it's not actually her. I was told that it was actually her sister that did that spot, because she refused to do it, Jodie Foster, which is good for her. And I think her sister was a couple years older. I think she was like 17 or something, so she was legally and willing to do it as well. So she actually did the stand-in for the nude butt scene and the side scene. But of course that caused a lot of clamor for that scene. And there's also the scene where the hamster was killed. Martin Sheen puts the cigarette out in the hamster. I don't think they actually used the real hamster in that part, but for the early 70s, this film came out in 1976, mid 70s, I guess. I guess that was a big up to do about that too. But this was a great movie. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. There's a common theme of loneliness and despair throughout the movie, but very touching movie. Definitely one of a kind. It says on the front, ask her no questions and nobody dies. This is 1976, right after she was in Taxi Driver, which is one of my all-time favorite movies. It's definitely, I think it's in my top 3 probably. And then Martin Sheen is right after he was in Badlands. Just an amazing film, really. Martin Sheen plays creepy very well. He was actually in Apocalypse Now a couple years after this, so this is a great time for all these actors and actresses. Fantastic movie. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. I love this movie. Just something about it draws me to it. I mean, it was great. Next up is Wrong Turn with Liza Dushku. But when I first saw it, I was like, meh. And I saw it again, and I really liked it, and I saw it a ton of times since then. The second one has Henry Rollins in it, a few other people. The second one was not nearly as good. There's a couple good scenes in the second one, but overall, not a great movie. This one was actually a pretty good movie. Um, Group of young friends stranded in I guess they go on the wrong road in the Appalachian Hills of West Virginia, and a bunch of like inbred, crazy, creepy dudes start coming after them and killing them and stuff. A lot of special features on it. Commentary by the director, stars, the making of, a bunch of deleted scenes, um, fresh meat wounds. I guess it's just like the gore parts. Um, so I saw this at a good price and I picked it up, and Eliza Dushku is, amazing, gorgeous. She's in that new show. I can't remember the name of it. I'm not sure. Didn't look really appealing to me personally, but I remember when she was on Buffy. Yeah, I watched Buffy. Uh, but she was pretty good in that as well. And she was in a few different things since then. But this was definitely a good movie. I enjoyed it. For any of you horror fans out there, it's pretty good. Next up is Texas Chainsaw Massacre Special Edition. A whole bunch of special features. Digital super screen transfer supervised by Toby Hooper. New surround soundtrack. Audio commentary by the director. Director photography. Deleted scenes. Blooper reel. I look forward to seeing that. Original theatrical trailers. Television spots. Posters. Still photos. Yeah, I don't know. I actually I don't have the original, I have the new ones, so I definitely wanted to pick that up. Definitely a classic, obviously. And those were my three pickups. Definitely check them all out. A lot of people haven't heard of this movie, and that's a shame, because it's fantastic. I can't say enough good things about this movie. Check it out, check it out, check it out. You'll be glad you did. Fantastic roles by the leads, especially Jodie Foster for only being 13. Granted, Smithtown Mall, where she belongs. Fantastic. Wrong Turn, very enjoyable. And Texas Chainsaw Massacre, definitely a classic. It's one of the ones that started it all, the craze. Great line of movies. I pretty much enjoyed all of them, except for that one remake. Can't remember. Was that the one with I can't remember who the actor was now, but I enjoyed the ones with Jessica Alba. Was it Jessica Biel? Jessica Biel. My apologies. So I was a bit confused. And I enjoyed the beginnings one a lot as well. A lot of people didn't like either one of those, but I enjoyed both of those. And bang. Hope everybody's doing well, and take care.